said they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters, trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real.
I'm just trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Check this out. Let me introduce the guys, man. Without a doubt, man. Respect it, man. I'm here with the guy, Mr. Man Do himself.
Salute.
And Mr. Bad Vibes himself, man.
Salute from the headline.
We want to clear up the record for a lot of things, man. Make them understood so that y'all that's actually watching, man, y'all can stop getting this misconstrued that they out here on some angry rant or some hater shit.
We ain't no angry
None
over
of
there.
that. Both of them are grown. I knew them since I was kids, and look at them right now, grown, got their own life together. They not the older bum ass homies standing on corners. So I'm saying that, and I put a vouch on that. So really, what's going on right now? They wanted to do some miseducation of JOMO thing, and you know there's a lot of miseducation. So I'm gonna give it to you from my perspective and their perspective, right? The history that I know for a fact is that JOMO, Jim Jones, was brought home by Chill. Most people in that area was. Now, I'm gonna come up with the Ben Rocks, the Trav Ices, the Kids Coops, the Rest in Peace Chi-Chis. You know, I come up with all of them. You know what I'm saying? I come up with all of them, right? So
shout out BR.
So all of them, BRs, all that. So they fall up under that line with Chill. Chill went bad, but everybody that knew Chill as being Man Do's little brother. So it's unmistakable from anybody from Harlem, Brooklyn, if you was running around really in that mix, to not know that. You know what I'm saying? All of this started because of the Hocus Drop Your Flag challenge.
Shout out to Hocus.
You know,
definitely Hocus.
My boy Hocus.
Look, man,
so,
we with you, brother.
Hocus,
all the way.
You know, put a Drop Your Flag challenge out. There was a few whispers. The only reason he did it was because he was going through a case. Whether he was going through a case or not,
he educated
it was a good idea. Let's say that. It was a good idea. Why I say it's a good idea personally, because if this is not for you, go on about your life. This is not for a lot of people. This shit is not for a lot of people. Some people don't have the makeup for that, so it's just a lot of people in the way and confusing the motive of what this was for. This was about fighting an oppressive situation that started in prison. Right. With these men that's in front of me, that started in prison. This was never supposed to make it to the streets.
Never.
These guys that was in prison was fighting a prison war.
Not the way it looked. It wasn't supposed to get to the street like that.
To the point where when one of the guys that's in front of me, Man Do, said, yo, this was for prison and never supposed to make it to the street. My question to him as a young guy, I said, so what, everybody in that shit was supposed to have life? Because if not that, somebody was going to make it home and then it was going to sprinkle its way out, but nobody's seen it growing that big. It wasn't even built for that. It wasn't built for that. It was built to just fight off some bullshit that was going on, oppressive Latin black shit that was going on back then. So niggas got busy, and a bunch of niggas got busy, and more niggas got busy until they just became crazy. So in so many words, without me losing the focus of the thing, I even myself, you know what I'm saying, thought about it, said, damn, I hope it's doing that, you know, I support it, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm gonna do with myself, but I support it. I got a different direction I'm taking. People that's around me, that's his direction, and I fuck with it. No, hands down, I fuck with it. Where Jim went wrong for a lot of us that actually are elders that been around this shit is one, he should have just left that one alone if he wasn't gonna support it.
Yeah.
That was something he should have just said, yo, you know what?
There's no answer.
I ain't fucking with that. Don't even ask me nothing like that.
No comment.
Right? But, you know, people want to hear things from him, so he put that out there. He started talking about the wars that he been through. That provoked, you know, Mr. Man Do right here to ask what kind of wars. Now, me on the outside, I looked at the adversity of both of them because I know both sides of the fence. Man Do is one of the day ones that really been through them wars. I'm talking about the wars that actually paved the way for any of us to be really running around here putting on, a lot of us. And it wasn't just him. It was guys like him and numerous of other names that I could name that, you know, supplied the concrete that we were standing on back then, you know what I'm saying? But Jim's war is different. Jim's war was looked at, from his eyes, is I wasn't in jail.
But out here,
Nigga, out here, I'm ducking bullets.
yeah, y'all here.
Nigga, I'm ducking niggas in Chicago kidnappings. I'm ducking Australia. I'm ducking shit that I'm never gonna see.
Jack
These niggas,
boys,
these jail
boys.
niggas, in this mind, these jail niggas don't see what I see. These niggas not getting kidnapped in fucking Vegas. These niggas are stupid shit, but it's a real difference.
Yeah,
And the reality of it, what was being spoken about wasn't prison or jail. It was spoken about kids. It was spoken about, if this ain't true, fall the fuck back. If this ain't true, fall back.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? If this not your life no more, maybe 10 years after you started banging, it's not your life no more. Fall back without worrying about niggas beating your head in when they see you. That's what this was about. Get those type of shit right. I'm cool with that. Go on with your life.
But let us give our perspective, right?
But now
our
hold on.
perspective.
Watch
Hold
this.
up.
Now how I introduce Mr. Mandu
said a lot.
Is letting him actually give you his version of it.
Yeah, we got something to say about this though, right? Our version is this, right? It's not even a version, it's just the truth in the matter.
His truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. That's my truth. This is the universal truth.
The truth.
It ain't just from
The truth.
the truth, right? It's not just a truth from my perspective, because it's things that I know that I just kept to myself, right? Because it was none of my business. Even though it was in my business, when it get dirty, I don't want no parts of that. Right? Because I stand solid on how I rock.
Right.
And anybody that know me personally, I ain't got to go through my personal agenda or personal
method of operation.
Yeah, my method of operation, how I get down. People know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you won't. However, I understand what you said about, that he was out here with that flag on him. Corporately. But he's moving and grooving, trying to get to his bag with the flag, and he moving in states that New York JOMO ain't really welcoming yet, especially at that time. We talking about 25 years ago, 23 years ago. Yeah. JOMO was still early in the state, spreading out from out of New York to other places, right? So him being an entertainer, him being an artist with that flag, he's taking New York on his back. So I understand. Of course, he going to neighborhoods where dudes from the hood that's actually from those neighborhoods, other bangers that ain't jacking blood. It definitely wasn't jacking New York blood at that time. He got to represent that. So of course he gonna get pressed. He got to press back. So that's Sparks. Sparks is flying. Okay, I don't know. I watched the details from the other side of the wall. Just because we wasn't on the other side of the wall, don't think we wasn't watching and hearing things.
Yeah, we seen it.
We watching and we hearing things. Yeah, we definitely seen it. We just had nothing to say about it.
Right.
We didn't want to put our fingerprints on nothing because we ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
Yes,
however, I understand. Yes,
so we're basically saying we can't deny that he has some type of adversity and been in situations.
He had him some wars going on. He got to rep that
travels.
shit where he going.
Right.
What I was saying, his wars is different from yours.
It's not the same as our wars, right?
His wars was industry wars where he had to deal with that. Y'all was dealing with the real inside. There's no running from that. There's no, if shit get hot, I could fly to California with y'all wars. Y'all wars was internal. You dealing with this today, tonight, nigga running at you out of breakfast with a knife.
Right.
Everything. We dealing with a whole different war that y'all was really speaking about. Y'all was speaking about getting the kids away from shit like that, prisons.
Yeah, but listen. But at the same time, hear me out though. Listen, hear me out though. But at the same time, listen. Even though, like I said, when the war that I witnessed that him go through in the industry, right, carrying that flag
as an artist,
because I know how he got in it. He said it himself. He told you how he got in, and well, we're gonna get to that part, right? But however, what he's went through, he's not going through those wars that he was going through 23 years ago when he was first putting Dipset and jumping around, right? So why is he, we don't need to bring no new young kids because those kids wasn't even born yet. A 13 and a 16-year-old shooting a 13-year-old kid in the head. They wasn't around when, because you're not fighting that same war no more. You follow what I'm trying to say? Yeah, and whatever wars you fight, you got old beefs. You ain't got no new shit. It ain't like you could go to those places and be safe now. Yeah. You follow? Because everybody know who you are. You don't rep that shit.
That's what I was getting to.
However, hold up before you just interrupt me, man, because it's things that need to be said. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna start the flow, don't interrupt it. Because the fact of the matter, yes, I recognize now when I see that, because if I was an artist right?
27, you 20, young.
At his age,
young,
whatever
at his
age he was when he popped out.
You popping, you looking good, you run around living that life of corporate
I'm
America.
getting the bag. I'm getting to it. Right. Yeah, but I'm also who I am. I'm not him.
Right.
I'm in his situation.
That's the polar difference.
That's the polar difference between two different people. But if I was in his situation, right, and that flag is getting me to a bag, right, and I got to bop everywhere I go to get to that bag. I'm carrying this flag. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to these different places.
Everywhere.
I'm going everywhere. I'm all over the place. Everybody in jacket at New York Domo at that.
It's
at that
before
time.
E-music. They was on the ground running around promoting and all that.
Right.
Then.
So, but he got to get in these spaces and places, and he got the bop to get in them places. But like I said, that was a while ago. That was decades ago. That war, you ain't fighting that same type of war, brother. You don't need no new young boys to you recruit to fight in any type of war. If anything, the war that we need to fight is economic war, poverty, the war against poverty. That's what we need. And everything that it takes to get poverty up off our necks, you get his fucking foot off our backs. Those are the wars that we need to be educating these kids to.
No, but
we don't need to be bringing these kids into
say this too, right,
gang wars.
That
definitely not that.
Bro, right? When we hear the word war, especially us, within this flag,
PTSD start kicking.
Exactly, I'm about to say that. The PTSD kicks in, and it's not even fake. This is real.
It's real shit.
When I hear war, I only attach that to one thing and one thing only.
Yeah, one thing.
I was there.
Bloodshed.
I was in the field. It's a war with my brothers in the penitentiary. All right.
Yeah, bad wounds.
Let me ask you something forward now. You never going back to prison again. Let's put
Absolutely
that on
not.
the
We
table.
ain't no crash house. We don't do that.
Let's put that on the table. You never going back to prison.
Absolutely.
What type of wars you think you're gonna have to deal with now if you deal with any industry? Say music, say y'all becoming podcasters, y'all gonna be attacked in a minute.
Well, it's different now. It's political, it's economical, it's social.
And now
they
you're
gotta
about
be
to
able
go
to
through
adapt.
the next 10 years of being in the war that he was calling a war. Because y'all both about to go through that now. Y'all public figures now. There are going to be plenty of people who hate you. People that don't like
That's all right.
you.
We've been hated before.
No, look. People
That's
that don't
real,
like
though.
you. So every word you say is going to be taken out of context. So, let's just say for subject matter. Say he ain't mean to put his foot in his mouth, but he did. And I know he did. And everybody else like me know he did. Why he ain't come out with a public apology right after that and say, y'all fucked up. As a man, I fucked up. Yo, those the big fools. I know who man do is.
In a
I know who man do is. And nowhere possible was I ever supposed to tell that man to suck nothing.
Yeah,
we don't even
Yeah,
stand on
because that flag, but brothers that hold that flag, we know one in the 30 rules, man. One of the things we don't do. I don't want to say the word because I don't want to be targeted or canceled. But however, there's certain things that as men, we don't invite men to our private parts,
Correct.
bro.
I always stand on that.
I'd rather call you a bitch ass nigga than invite you to my private
I got
part.
plenty of ways to provoke you.
You know what I mean? Because that ain't right. That ain't nothing right about that.
That was supposed to be corrected. You
Yeah,
got plenty of
if
people.
If we go back too, bro, right? If I can remember, I can still remember the rules. The day one rules, that was one of the no-nos.
Oh, yeah. Number 3.
That was one of the no-nos when it comes to how you treat your brother and how you relate to and talk to your brother, you know?
Facts.
And I sort of tell you, invite you to my manhood. I'm not sure to do none of that, you know? So even in that vein, for him to be a blood as he long as he was.
I feel like as businessmen, especially, even being that he tried to reach out to you before, different things. There's plenty of different ways that people could say, "Nah, he know what man do is. It ain't no place. That's silly."
That's crazy. No, but let me speak to that for a second, blood. On some real shit. That's crazy because I'm saying that for 20-something plus years, you've been with this flag in the hood that I helped pioneer. Right, even put pen to paper for that hood. And this man is the original Billy with me. You know what I'm trying to say? And I was there when he came in. I know how he got in. My point is saying that how my brother bring you in and you don't know me. Now this ain't no clout chasing because I ain't from this clout chasing era.
Yo, you know what? Let me interrupt you. They just give me so tired. I'm going to take you back. I remember one time you had Chill on the phone in the barbershop. Mm-hmm. And we all was doing 130.
Yeah, roll
we all was doing 130.
I had the whole one JOMO, South Central.
That's right. I
the
know
whole
JOMO was
there. 119 doing
JOMO was somewhere in that barbershop, in that circle right then and there. So what we really beefing about is just his inappropriate presentation.
If you ever did roll call before, you heard our names in that roll call.
Of course you did.
The midst of it is that anybody that's relevant, no matter how they want to side with it or feel about it, We don't want people to lose what really happened. It was a good purpose happening. These men in front of me, they were standing on that good purpose. It's a lot of others that was known and unknown, like myself, that just silently said, all right, yeah, do y'all thing. That's what y'all doing right. And they tricked him into that question, and he answered it so inappropriate. And then his response after the homie checked him, because
a digital response.
Nobody can go without being checked.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm saying, but
they would have invited him to a DP.
Yeah.
Once the man invited him for that fade,
you got the car.
Yeah, but I'm saying you want our perspective of your own.
No, I don't even have a perspective.
All right, well let us give you our perspective. You're right. I'm saying, but to shape and mold certain things, like I said, those purpose what we was inside there holding it down and putting it on the map and fighting for and risking our lives and our freedom for, right? That purpose that we was in there doing, we actually came on this side of the wall and did the same thing.
And it's been visible.
Right, hold up, time out. Day one. It's not I've been out here 5 years. Go through my page. You can see the day one. I was day one trying to get rid of the box that I did 16 years in. Me and Stacks in them. Going running down on Albany. My first week out. All right, 5 years straight I've been doing this shit the day I've been home. So this is what I got to say to you and anybody that's listening to us in the sound of my voice. Is this. What we were doing inside is what we came out here to do. Keep peace, power, and with power come peace.
There's no contradiction.
Right, with no contradiction, because what we stood for inside, we've been doing since the day we stepped outside, straight to the hood to do good. And the receipts is all over the place. We got brothers' jobs, housing, health care. I was taking care of two of my sick homies. Yeah. One died on me on my birthday.
That's a fact.
I put it on my thing. I buried him. And another one lived with me for 6 months. Dying.
Constant kid.
Somebody I grew up with, he didn't age well. He was out here. He aged badly. I aged well because I was inside. But my point is saying, Raheem, Flatlines, right.
The first time I seen this man, he was doing community work. That's how I seen him. I didn't see him like, bumping into him. I seen, damn, nigga on Instagram, yo, this what he doing. He was working.
Day one.
Hank, China, a bunch of other people I just seen. I said, damn, this what they
shout out TMK.
Shout out
TMK.
I got a chance to actually look at what they was doing before seeing it. You know, you just hear your homie doing. Nah, he was already doing this shit.
Receipts all over the place, man.
Everybody seen it. So for them to step out, I knew why they stepped out.
The city recognized.
The city, we got congressional. We got listen.
Right.
I sit on the board of the mayor's office. I sit on the board in my community district. Okay. I got a congressional award from Hakeem Jeffries, a recognition award from the city councilman. In order for them to give me that means I have to put in the work. Every day, lives got to be saved, numbers got to go down, less brothers in jail, less brothers dead in the grave. So like, them numbers matching, them numbers is numbering.
Let's look at it like
this.
That's right.
Let's look at it like this. Outside of Mandu, that most of us know, in the last 5 years, there's been community work done by Mandu, so how could you not know him in that way either?
That way too. And I've been in all of Harlem. And I got a Harlem legacy too.
I'm saying if all of us is out here in some way being forced into community work, how would you not know? It's running through every feed. This going on. We got
my name is on this avenue. The avenue that he grew up on, my name on that block.
Petitions being put out. We got protests going on. You got all of this going on, and this is a man that you don't know. That's where you should have came back and said,
somebody ain't in the loop.
My bad, I fucked up.
It ain't me.
Maybe he thought we still incarcerated.
I don't know. Maybe he thought we some old crackheads that came home from jail. Some old dope fiends.
I don't know. That's what I was pressing.
No, he know the name.
That's what I was pressing, and I wanted him to hear without him thinking that I was changing the narrative. Is that this man has been out here. I knew he was out here for years. I found out through a funeral, and then looked at, oh, this what he doing.
Okay, yeah.
If you're relevant in the streets in any kind of way, you know the who's who.
I'm going to dead homie funerals.
When